So I'm thinking that Glass is the sequel to Unbreakable that everyone wanted ever since we saw the after credits scene at the end of Split. And I really can't understand why so many people are hating on this new film. I really tried to ignore the internet and I tried to stay away from it, but it seems like a lot of people have something to say about the Glass movie and how let down they are by it. Generally, it has not been very well received. So I'm going to straight up rebuttal this one, and I'm going to come out and say that I actually found that Glass was a really good film. That's right, I said it. So stick around and watch, because I'm going to tell you why Glass is a good movie and why it's a worthy chapter to ending the M. Night Shyamalan superhero movie trilogy. How's it going, Reelers? Rob Harris here once again, bringing you my thoughts on a new movie release, reviewing the new film Glass. So, as many of you may know, but for those of you that might not know, this is a sequel to Shyamalan's Unbreakable and Split films, previously released back in 2000 and 2016 respectively, cumulatively forming the Eastrail 177 trilogy. In case you don't get that reference, if you recall back in the first film Unbreakable, Eastrail 177 is the train in which Bruce Willis was on at the beginning of the film, which crashed and left everyone deceased apart from him, where he got away without a scratch. So in Glass, we're seeing all the main actors reprise their previous roles from the other films. So you're seeing Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson and James McAvoy reprising their roles as David Dunn, Elijah Price and Wendell Crumb. What I think is also really great is that we're seeing other supporting cast members from the previous films returning to Glass to reprise their roles as well. So I do find it kind of weird that Samuel L. Jackson's on-screen mother Charlene Woodward is actually younger than him in real life, but I guess that's the illusion of cinema. In any case, in terms of Glass, the plotline is following roughly a month after the events of Split. David Dunn is working with his son Joseph, using his abilities to protect people. He's also been dubbed the name the Overseer. I guess the Protector was a little bit too much on the nose. Maybe the Hood was taken? I think that maybe Buena Vista International were worried about getting people confused about another particular chrome dome called the Hood. I also can't imagine the poncho striking much fear into the hearts of criminals. And anyway, the Dunns are pretty fixated on finding Wendell Crumb, also known as the Horde, following other news reports about a recent kidnapping of 4 young women. Long story short, and not to give anything away, Kevin Dunn tracks him down, but then they are both arrested by the authorities and they're both taken to a mental institution for evaluation. But I don't think it's giving anything away, especially compared to what you've seen in the trailers, but also Elijah Price is there, Samuel L. Jackson. So the beginning of the film up to this point is actually very strong. I feel it gives the audience exactly what they wanted. Ever since those after-credit moments of Split, where you see Bruce Willis talking about Mr. Glass, and it acknowledges that these films are actually taking the same universe as Unbreakable. So a very strong start, but then this is where the plot line of the film then slows down to an Unbreakable kind of pace. So it does shift down a gear, it does go slower, but this is by no means a bad thing. It's constantly engaging and intriguing. It's becoming another M. Night Shyamalan character piece. You know that these guys are going to get out eventually, but what is interesting is how it's going to happen. What kind of things are going to take place? What is going to happen to have some kind of Clash of the Titans moment? And how is Elijah Price going to be involved? I then feel that the third act then shifts up a couple of gears, speeds things up a little bit. This is where intentions are revealed and the stakes are raised. I think it's very important to point out that James McAvoy's performance in this, like it was in Split, is just sensational. Throughout the film, he is once again showing that at the drop of a dime, he can shift from one personality type to another. So it's a real testament to his ability. What I've read up on is that many people do regard this as a result of this performance as more of a Split sequel, and they're not even really sure why it's called Glass. But I say to those people that Mr. Glass is cunning, he's plotting in the background. There's actually a very good quote at the beginning of Vice which says something along the lines of "Beware of the quiet man." Mr. Glass is plotting, he's planning. He has a desire to know who will come out on top in the eventuality of a fight. He is embracing his villainous identity ever so much more in this, which is why it is called Glass. They maybe could have called it something like Shatter because of how it's disrupting people's belief systems and shattering their worlds. One example to support this is Dr. Staple, who is the psychiatrist in this movie. Her character is constantly emphasising and suggesting that these three individuals aren't superhuman, that there are justifiable and logical reasons as to why they behave the way they behave, and can explain away certain things that happen to them. I think people that see it are either going to feel that they are disappointed, or maybe hopefully you'll see it the way that I saw it, that this is actually not a typical superhero movie. M. Night Shyamalan isn't making something like Marvel or DC. He is making a superhero film that's different. He did that with Unbreakable. He then revealed to us in the closing after-credit moments of Split, holy crap, it went from being a good film to an absolutely amazing, mind-blowing twist ending. And this film is no different. He is keeping that momentum, he is keeping that pace. He is telling a different superhero kind of movie. It might surprise you. So I'm hoping that you're going to go and see this film with a bit of an open mind and realise, like I did, that it is something different, and actually, it's very good. It's getting a 4 reels from me, guys. I think it's a really, really good way to finish off the Eastrail 177 trilogy. So have you seen Glass yet? Do you agree or disagree what I have to say? Make sure that you're commenting below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like. If you want to see more videos in the future, make sure that you're also subscribed. If you want to see more videos and reviews from me, head on over to Rusty Reels where you can watch more there. In the meantime, and as always, just be real. Horde and the Hood. That's probably why they didn't call him the Hood. They do sound pretty similar. Horde, Hood. Who are you? I'm the Hood. Oh no, the Horde! No, I'm the Hood. Aren't you one of the Horde? No, I'm not one of the Horde. The who? Not who, Hood. Who's Hood? I am! What? No. He's the Horde. I'm done. I'm done with you too. No, that's my name, David Dunn. Dude, you must be the Horde. You were just some other guy a second ago.